Little software issue with the goodies that we're using.
Something happened.
Something happened. But nevertheless, we are back live here on the Charlotte Vibe YouTube page. Again, if you got who we were, Chris Jenkins.
That's me.
Andre Cassidy.
Yep.
And we're going to turn it back over to what we were talking about just a couple minutes ago with the rush attack with Carolina. So.
Yeah, Deontay Foreman over 100 yards. Chuba Hubbard, 65 yards. Both of these guys, I mean, you can kind of say they were nearing 100 yards apiece. But we had 185 yards rushing against a Denver Bronco team that is decent against the run.
Yeah.
They are pretty decent against the run. So that was good to see. And again, hats off to Deontay Foreman for being able to be such a beast. You know, had limped off and still played extremely well the rest of the game.
And he's just been, ever since the Christian McCaffrey trade, he's just been that guy who accepted his role. Mm-hmm. He knew he was going to be that number one guy ever since McCaffrey got traded, and he's just filling in the void. And Chuba Hubbard, another guy who has stepped up as well, you know, a second-year guy.
You notice what they've stopped doing with Chuba?
What?
Throwing him the ball.
I think they learned their lesson. He's not that guy when it comes to coming out of the backfield, but he's one of those pure quick runners who has that settle in and out speed, which is the complete opposite of what Deontay Foreman does, which is power running, but has that subtle quickness as well. But they both did their part today in making sure that Sam Darnold didn't have to be the guy running the offense. He just needed to be the bus driver today and be a good distributor of the football as we move forward with the receiving numbers here in a bit. But overall, great day by really everybody in the run game, because that's part of what we need to do in order to win these football games.
I wouldn't mind being a $20 million bus driver.
Right? Is that how much he's getting paid?
It has to be close.
Man.
It may not be 20. I'm sure you guys out there on the social media world knows. But also, by the way, since we did have to restart the broadcast, we lose all the comments that we had not yet gotten to in the previous broadcast.
Right.
So if you don't mind, whatever questions or comments you had in there before, leave them, because we're certainly going to get to them before we get out of here.
Yeah, so do not forget to do that, because we will be getting those comments here in the next short while.
And you know what? I'm going to ask for a super chat. We hadn't had a super chat in a long time.
Okay.
I mean, it's only a dollar. Come on, we need your support. Independent media, supported 100% by you guys. So anytime you have the ability to do so, we appreciate it.
We appreciate it, and we thank you for doing what you do in your viewership, because we do appreciate it, and we do it for you too. So
absolutely,
do not be afraid to do that. So yeah, let's talk about the receiving outputs for Carolina.
You want to go to receiving?
I guess so.
All right, we'll go to receiving. You're the boss. Boom, we had it. There you go.
Look at that. DJ Moore, 4 receptions, 103 yards. Probably his best game that he has had in a while. I don't even remember I think it was the Atlanta game, but it's been a minute since he last had a 100-yard receiving game.
Held by a 52-yard completion. Not to take anything away at all. I'm seriously not trying to take anything away. But that's great to see him get over 100 yards. I know when he scored that touchdown, he ran around, looked like he was trying to figure out what his celebration was going to be. And then he jumped into the stands and kind of sat there and took a pose. So that was pretty cool to see.
And then Ian Thomas, 2 catches for 21 yards. He's tied for second alongside Laviska Shenault, who also had 2 catches for 19 yards. And can we talk about Laviska for a second? Because I know you were irked, and I was irked in the press box by the continued lack of a route tree, if you will, with Laviska Shenault. There was somebody who was sitting next to me. I can't recall his name. But whenever you see Laviska flaring out and doing that little wheel route, in motion, as a defense, you got to know what it is, because they've ran that play so many stinking times. It's can we do something with him, please?
Yeah.
He has more capabilities than just running these wheel routes and these little bubble screens, these wide receiver screens. Expand the route tree, and that is my, call to action to Ben McAdoo and the offensive guys in that locker room. Can we do something with Laviska Shenault that doesn't involve him having to be on a screen? Do a go route, do something, a curl. I mean, because he has more capabilities than that.
At least run him in the flats.
I mean,
that's
something.
Right? We can at least do the flats.
He has that big play capability, so just get him the ball any way possible, but we can't be doing these little stupid flare outs. I mean, we see it every game. That's just my little tangent about that.
You can go on a tangent, man. I know I got a lot of them.
And then as we look down, Terrace Marshall with a catch for 8 yards. Tommy Tremble had a catch as well. So a little bit of an imbalance, if you will, from the receiving numbers. You would like to see Terrace Marshall get more opportunities. He had 3 targets and only connected on 1 of them. So, again, with the whole opportunity thing and spreading the ball around, got to keep working on it, man, because these guys are definitely capable. And let me just say this as well. Shi Smith, where was he today?
Let's put that back up there. Shi Smith, he didn't get in the game at all.
Any offensive
He got
snaps?
0 snaps. He got special team snaps. Once it's kind of funny, right? Blackshear fumbles, you pull him out.
Right.
You put Shi Smith out there, and then you put Blackshear back out there. I don't know. But yeah, Shi Smith, again, I'm a real nice guy, kind of transparent, so I like to say Shi Smith is a guy I like. But I'm glad to see that the coaches decided to play these guys accordingly. And what I mean by play accordingly is Shi Smith hasn't been producing that well.
He hasn't.
He has not been producing that well. He's had a lot of oh shoots moments, I guess I'll say. I'm a PG guy. And I appreciate them reduced his snaps to 0, especially since he had the illness for the week.
Yep.
And had Chenault get a lot of snaps. And I think the tight end, I forget his name,
Steven Sullivan.
Is that it?
Yeah, he's the 3rd tight end behind Tremble and Thomas.
Yeah, they basically the tight ends, because I think Tremble got some more snaps today as well.
Yeah, he did.
At the wide receiver. So I like seeing that. But yes, Shi Smith, nothing on the offensive side today as far as wide receiving goes.
So, yeah, DJ Moore, a lot of people were irritated with him today because I think a lot of these fantasy owners, for fantasy football purposes, they said, I had enough after what he did last week, literally 1 catch. So they said, screw it, we're benching you.
Yeah.
The very second that you do that, he goes up and puts up a kind of performance that he had today. I know there were a lot of people on Twitter who seemed a little irked by that.
Really?
Because they were riding with him the whole year. They were waiting for that 1 game, and the very second that they, cut him loose, he goes out and has the kind of performance that he had today. And with Sam Darnold, there's definitely a connection there. Him and DJ Moore.
I'm gonna let you talk. I'm officially. I don't know why I feel so strongly not liking Sam, but I'll just let you say that.
Yeah.
And I just will not comment.
It's a sight to see because compared to last week, him and Baker Mayfield, DJ and Baker Mayfield, just for whatever reason, could not connect.
Right.
And then the fact that they were able to come out today and he was able to put up the kind of numbers that he did,
yeah,
it was refreshing to see because you're waiting for him to be a little more consistent in his output. And with Steve Wilkes, what did he say in his presser in the middle of the week last week during practice? He said his star players, and this was a challenge by him, his star players needed to play like stars. And there's other guys that we'll mention here later on in the broadcast that also stepped up today. And, hey, that's what you want to hear out of your coach. You don't want to hear any babying or coddling. He was blunt and direct with his message. Our best guys have got to play better.
Yep.
And DJ Moore was one of them today.
Indeed. But I'm going to say let's go and talk about this defense, all right? Let's talk about this defense
This defense?
Here. Yeah.
I don't know if we could say just this defense because I think they played like, I don't even know what to say. They were just so good today on so many different levels. I said on our pregame show and on Twitter too that if they were able to play like they did last week against Baltimore by only giving up 13 points, Carolina would have a chance today. And
you know what I just thought about, Randall? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
We still haven't broken the curse of 17
we
points.
Haven't. Sadly, we haven't.
I'm sorry.
And it doesn't help that we played against the 31st ranked offense, so they don't really put up a whole lot of points, case in point, today. But yeah, load up those stats real quick.
Okay.
Let's see. Frankie Luvu, Shaq Thompson, 8 tackles and 6 for Shaq Thompson. Brian Burns was another guy who was all over the place today. He had, 2 sacks? Yeah, 2 sacks, a tackle for loss, and a fumble. So he was really all over the place today. And let me give you guys a name that not a whole lot of people know about.
Okay.
We mentioned his name in the pregame show because he was just elevated off of the practice squad.
Right.
TJ Carey. He had a fumble recovery on the kickoff. I believe it was the kickoff to start the second half, if I'm not mistaken. My memory's a little far-fetched right now. But
all the excitement.
All the excitement and all the energy that's running through.
All the trash that's going around.
That's going around everywhere. But yeah, he had a fumble recovery, and he had some pretty cool, pretty nice plays today. He made an impact, at a moment's notice. And so that's just a testament to anybody who, is on the practice squad, and that mentality of always being prepared at a moment's notice, because that's
what's his name again?
TJ Carey.
Okay.
He's towards the bottom of the screen there.
3 tackles.
He made an impact today when his number was called. So again, it just speaks to the level of coaching, the level of character that Steve Wilks said that is in that locker room. Because again, when your number is called and when your name is called, you need to be there, because your opportunity will come, and it did today for TJ Carey.
Yeah. The guy I'm going to talk about on the defensive side, I think he was listening to our pregame show. His name is Brian Burns.
Brian Burns.
Now, to be clear, I did not throw any shade towards Brian Burns. I just said he's not a generational player. But I got to give him props for how well he played today. All right, so he played, let's see if I can get this back on here.
Yeah.
2 sacks, 1 tackle for a loss, 1 pass deflection, 3 quarterback hits. And I'm reaching for something in my pocket here because I got some notes from him in the locker room, but I think there's another way that I can be smart and get to these notes that I want to tell you about. All right, so Brian Burns today in the locker room.
Yeah.
Right, he was asked about, I forget the exact question, but he was talking about his performance today. And he said, today for him, he doesn't know why. He doesn't want to try to take anything away from the Denver Broncos.
Yeah.
He said, but everything that he did today was working. He said, every single move that I was doing today is working. And he said, he talked about being a rookie and coming to the league, being criticized for being undersized, not being big enough, not being strong enough, not being this. And he's like, he's been working. He's been working hard. And he said, go back. Brian Burns, he said this, go back and look at the tape. And you're going to see a lot of guys on their butts. From me, pushing them over and getting to the quarterback today. So I haven't gone back and looked at the tape. I'm going to go back and look at it, but I invite you guys to look at it. But those are some of the words from Brian Burns today in terms of his effort and saying that everything just worked. That's how he was able to get those numbers I just put up.
Yeah, and he had quite a performance today, and I think he heard your call to action, if you will, by you saying that he wasn't a generational talent. I don't know.
Not saying he's not great. Not saying he's not a Pro Bowler.
I don't know if he didn't hear that or he just felt the energy that was coming off from you. But, I mean, he had himself a great performance today. Probably one of his best games of the season. And, a lot of people were talking about, should they have traded him? They should have, listened to those offers. That debate's going to happen for a while. And whether you like it or not, that's just going to be the case, because those were some enticing packages that they had they traded Brian Burns to other teams in order to get draft picks. But that's exactly the reason why you keep him around today. It was because of performances like that. If you take him off the field, there is a clear drop-off in the level of pass rush that we have. I mean, you have Marquise Haynes, Yetur Gross-Matos, guys who are serviceable, but they are not a number one guy like a Brian Burns. So, yes, you have to talk about the compensation thing because his payday will be coming up soon, but he did earn some of that crow today.
Yeah.
He did a good job. Not just in the pass game, but in the run game as well, because a lot of people have criticized him for his run defense because he's a quick guy, he's shifty, and so that gives up leverage for the opponent to be able to run up against him. But just an all-around solid performance today by Brian Burns. Really just a great performance by him.
I got to laugh a little bit here. And we're going to get into the comments. You guys, please continue to leave your comments. We're almost done going through some of the things that we have scheduled to talk about.
Keep doing what you're doing out there.
And then we're going to make it. Hey, we go live for what reason?
For all of you. We do this for you.
We go live so we can take your questions and interact with you guys. But they're making fun of me today, Andre.
What are they saying?
They're getting on me.
What are they saying in the comments
And I'm going to say this, all right? We got a super chat out there as well, so thank you very, very much for that super chat. I hope we get more than one. But is that LaVisca? Who's that? Laviska had on red earlier today.
It might be.
He didn't have on red from head to toe.
Laviska.
This guy. They're getting on me about my gloves, man.
Yeah, I see
You guys
that.
are getting on me about my gloves. I don't understand why you're getting on me. Here, listen. 4109 Stewart Andrew Boulevard, Suite F, Charlotte, North Carolina, 28217. Send me some isotoners. Send me, I don't know all the styles of
Don't
gloves.
you have your hand warmers with you right now?
And I got this in my pocket. It looks like a little egg, but it's going to keep my hand warm. I need to probably switch it to this hand here in a second because it's getting colder. But I don't know why they got to be OJ gloves.
Well,
man. There's some nice leather. Who are these gloves by? These might have been a Christmas gift.
And hey, they're working out good. They're
I don't know
keeping
who
your
they're by.
hands
They might be a cheap brand.
But nevertheless, hey, you have to come prepared, especially in instances like today when we had literally all sorts of weather elements with the rain and then with the wind. It's getting a little chilly out here, mid-50s here in uptown Charlotte, but he came prepared. So cut the guy some slack, man. It is pretty funny, though. I'll give you that. But
no,
with the OJ
they're on me.
I got to step back a little bit just to make sure, right? But nevertheless, learn the lesson from Chris, man. Always be prepared on whatever it is that you're doing. That's the moral of the story, in other words.
You saw how quickly we came back on air after getting off?
That's all because of him. That has nothing to do with
We got it. But let me say this. We got one more stat.
Yes.
We got a lot more stuff that we could talk about. We got up to an hour. What time did we come on? Was it 5?
It was
about 5. I think
we started at 5 and then it cut out to 5:15.
I'm not. No, we're giving them an hour. You're trying to make sure it's 6:15.
We can do it.
I want to get home.
I think I'm all caffeinated with all this coffee that was in the press box. I'll tell you what.
I got a stat here that I'm going to talk about, and it's important. I want to talk about it.
Okay.
You see what it says on the screen there?
Is that Johnny Hecker that I see?
Punting. Johnny Hecker. 5 punts, 4 of them inside the 20 and a long of 59 yards. I'm not a special teams geek, but I really feel like he should be top 3 Pro Bowl nominee.
He has to be.
I mean, you can say we're punting a lot. You don't like it. We won today. I like that. Johnny Hecker, that guy is pretty good. So anyway, quick shout out. I know you guys don't care about special teams. I also said Eddie Pinheiro deserves a congratulation. There was no one at his locker today.
Right.
He says he likes it that way.
He's keep it that way, right?
He's making his kicks. So very good job by Eddie Pinheiro. Hey, kickers have a tough job. Again, I'm going to get back on track here. Nobody's at their locker when they make what they're supposed to make. They only come when they make an extraordinary game-winning kick.
Yep.
Or they lose a kick, and they're there. But nevertheless, we got some things going on here. I got to switch from my little heater here because I can't control with my other arm here. Let's go back up. I got some super chats that we got to give a lot of love and thanks to, because why? The only way that we make this show, and I'm very serious about this, Andre's pay, my pay, everything that goes on is through your donations to the channel. We're independent media, able to do a lot of cool things because of that, but our disadvantage is our lack of sponsorship. But we hope that you guys can continue to support us so we can continue to operate. So the first one that I want to give a shout out to is
that Anthony Logan?
Anthony Logan,
a guy that we see on here often. So again, we appreciate the support and the continued support because, again, we do this for you. We do this for all of you out there, and it means the world that you're able to contribute to our lovely channel that is the Charlotte Vibe.
Yes, and then we got one more here that is Helen Keller's dog, $4.99 super chat. Oh, did I read? Did he have some text for his super chat? He said keep pounding. Anthony just said keep pounding. Yeah. And Helen says, always a good day when we can make Russell Wilson look bad. Keep pounding, my friends. Looking good out there. Oh, yeah. Let's
model it real quick.
You're supposed to button up your top button, man.
Oh, well.
Yeah, button up the top button.
Let me do it real quick.
Yeah,
Sorry, dropping off the mic here.
All right. There we go.
Let me get this rolling.
You got it?
Here.
Come on. All right, so we're going to put the mic down for a second. So you guys, hold on. We're going to do this right here.
GQ style.
So you guys can get a screenshot. Here we go.
GQ.
You got to put the mic down. Oh. Hands in the pocket.
Trying to get with it here.
You do another pose. Got to have some fun out here. You know, we have fun in the pregame show. We're having fun in the postgame show because we won, so that's really good to see. I hope when I go to Seattle, I'm able to have fun while I'm there too. All right, let's go and go over some comments. I think I went over everything that we had predetermined. Yeah. Let's go ahead and give everybody some shout outs here. Supernova.
Salute. Salute to you, my
The
friend. Thanks for tuning in.
NFL Kid. What's going on?
What's going
Appreciate
on?
you tuning in. Noah Atkins says hi. What's going
okay.
on, Noah?
What's up,
Appreciate
Noah?
you.
Hope you're
Another
doing
comment
well.
from Donna, one of our favorites. So fresh and clean in my Victory Monday shirt.
Yes.
Appreciate you, Donna, so much.
And don't you get like Krispy Kreme too?
That used
there
to be.
some deal
that
with
used
Krispy
to be. I
Kreme?
haven't heard anything about the Krispy
Like
Kreme.
if they win, you get like half off a dozen if you buy a dozen or something like that.
I haven't heard lately.
But hey, it'd be a good day to do it.
It would be a great day.
Cyber Monday deal. That is coming up, right? That
Cyber
is
Monday,
tomorrow. So
yeah.
I would, hey, Krispy Kreme, I'm trying to make y'all some money. So
Yeah.
I suggest you do that for all those happy Panther fans out there.
B. Evans with a thumbs up. Keep pounding. Appreciate it. And if you guys hit the like button on the last video, hit the like button again on this one. We need them on all the videos, right? That helps other Panther fans find out about us, and we appreciate it very much.
Absolutely.
Josh Rousey, what's up, Chris, a.k.a. Man of the People? Monday's going to be that much sweeter. Hope you're doing well. I am doing well. Thank you very much. And, yes, we have a Victory Monday.
And less stressful, too. Those Mondays when you lose games, it's just like a cloud over your head. You know,
They're
we
not the
usually
best.
do our live streams on Monday, the day after the game, which, by the way, we will be doing again tomorrow.
We will.
So do not forget to check that out. But they're a lot easier to do when we win.
We won big.
We did win big, and it was a wire-to-wire victory today, and I guess this is payback for Super Bowl 50.
No, it isn't.
6-7 years too late, I guess. But nevertheless, a huge win for Carolina today.
Let's keep on going through a few of these.
Yeah, keep leaving those comments, too. Fill them in, fill them in.
Four more says woohoo. You know what? Everybody's saying we're looking good.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. I wonder if the victory made everybody feel a little bit more happy to let us know. But
Right? Well, that person who was in the I'm not going to name he or she who said it.
that person.
They did like your tie.
Oh, in the elevator.
In the elevator.
Yes, in the elevator.
They said it looked very pretty, which I'll just go a step further. It looks pretty sharp,
Let's see if we can get it right.
right?
There we go. Line it
It
up.
matches with the blazer.
There we go.
Yeah, I mean, it flows right in.
Appreciate it, Andre.
Yeah.
You're
They
invited.
said pretty. I'm going to say pretty sharp. How about that?
I say thank you pretty much. This
Who was
guy,
that?
he says that's what I'm leaning toward, a LB with, they're probably talking about
with the draft.
some inside talk here in
Okay.
terms of this, the placement in the drafts. Probably some, them gloves though. You like them?
Hey,
They
they're
fit.
pretty clean.
They're
fit you
coming
well.
apart a little bit, but they fit. They're
Keeping
pretty
your
good.
hands warm,
They're
right?
keeping me warm. They're keeping me out here.
Right.
The score is similar to when they played the Broncos in the Super Bowl, but reversed.
24-10. That's what the final score was in that game. In this game, it was 23-10. So you're not wrong there. Flip-flopped.
B. Evans talking about my gloves. Got to show that comment.
Right.
No worries, no worries. I appreciate you guys. It's always fun.
Gotta love the banter. We appreciate the banter.
Shakid Bartol.
A regular.
Hi guys, I just got home from the game. Have we ever seen Shakid at a game?
He was here today. I didn't see him in person, but I am aware that he was here today.
He was here. The fans' energy was great, including during the wave. My prediction is the Panthers will win the NFC South.
Oh, man.
Let's talk about that wave that happened. So it was, what quarter? I want to say
It
late
was
third,
in
early
the
fourth?
late third.
Late third?
Yep.
You heard us, all this noise going on, and the wave started.
Yeah.
And the wave started, but we were on offense. So it wasn't the best time,
and
even
you
though it was
texted me.
fun.
You texted me. Let's see.
Yeah. I won't tell you what, well, it could, right? But Steve Wilkes was one of the many people that started doing this when the wave started because he wanted the crowd to settle down. They did not, and he kind of gave up,
Yep.
said whatever. And then the post-game press conference, what did he say? There's always that one, right?
Right.
There's always that one. So I'm sure he wanted it to be quiet, but
What can
Hey.
you do in that situation? The crowd was hyped.
I'm sure he'll take a little bit of excitement because his team's winning and kind of
Yeah.
deal with it like, hey, I gave the fans a reason to cheer, so let them cheer.
And
right?
you texted me too. It was at 4 o'clock. You were like, when was the last time that a wave like that happened at Bank of America Stadium? For all of you, hey, if you have any insight on that, please definitely leave it in the comments. But that was the first time in a while where, for one, there was that kind of energy in a wave like that. I mean, it was a pretty uniform wave. I know we're kind of putting a lot of time and effort into this and when talking about it.
No, but
it's a significant thing to happen in
Yeah.
the game because, again, it just speaks to the level of excitement that everybody's feeling after a game that was played like that. You know, the performance that they were able to put up today.
Yeah. And for me, I just remember the waves being doing Cam Newton.
Yeah.
He would do them all the time. We'll get him started doing the Fan Fest.
Mm-hmm.
That's really when I remember the waves happening. And during the game itself, I can't say I recall the last time we had a wave during an actual game.
I remember when they blew out the Falcons.
Okay.
It was like 34-0, and literally with like 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, this man was literally running up and down this sideline that we're standing on right now, just starting a wave, getting the fans involved. Cam,
how many years ago?
Single-handedly. That was the year that we went 15-1.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago. It doesn't feel that way, but yeah. But yeah, just the energy in here today, better than expected because when we were rolling in,
I'm going to step out for a second, adjust the light.
Yeah,
but go ahead.
When we were rolling into the stadium today, I mean, the traffic wasn't really heavy. I mean, it was kind of quiet, and if you saw our picture on our Twitter page, it was eerily quiet. But I guess, you know, when things started to clear up and the weather became a little bit better, people started to show up and toughed the elements, if you will, and showed up for their team today.
That rain was crucial.
It was.
Pre-game.
It was brutal. Like, coming over here today, we were soaked. I know you were.
Yes. We got a super chat here.
Oh, here we go.
You know what? Let's get some sound effects in here.
Oh, man.
I think it played. I don't have my volume up too loud, but one more time here. There we go.
Yeah.
Here we go with that super chat. Got another one today. 2 cups of coffee to warm the hands.
Yes. Is that Bob Evans? B. Evans? Bob Evans? I'm thinking of Bob Evans right now. I guess I'm hungry.
All right. Okay, B. Evans. What does the B stand for in B. Evans? Let us know. But the super chat really, really helps. We're going to be starting our membership soon. I haven't started yet because I keep trying to make sure I set it up properly. But the first level, I'm going to go ahead and announce it now. The first level will be called our supporters. Right? And that's just the people that like to see us going. It's not a huge investment. I don't know the exact price that it's going to be yet.
Yeah.
Certainly it's going to be under $5 a month, right? But it's just going to be something that helps support, supports the channel, helps us continue to do what we do.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
cover this team and grow. So thank you for everyone who has contributed to us as we continue to go here. I got a comment I'm going to put up here.
Okay.
From Joker NC. He says, DJ Moore is Patrick Certain. You're laughing a lot, so maybe you can help me out here because I don't understand.
Patrick Surtain's daddy. So he basically is saying DJ
Moore. I got it.
Owned Patrick Surtain today. Burnt toast, as they say. He was burnt toast covering DJ Moore today. DJ Moore held his own, and he made Patrick Surtain look human today.
Okay.
Which I didn't think would be the case, but it sure did happen.
I'm glad you're on the show because sometimes I get tunnel vision. I'm like, what is he talking about? The guy that he was playing against, Chris. Duh.
Right.
But thank you.
But nevertheless, burnt toast. That's all you really need to know about that 1v1 matchup that took place between the two of them today.
All right.
Shakid. I see another question.
We're going to go to Donald Duck. Steve Wilkes
as
head coach. I said if he got us the win against a team that was given a free Mickey Mouse ring, a win against the Broncos is always much appreciated. Again, I feel a little tunnel vision lost here as to what they're saying. If you can help.
But I think, just in regards to the whole situation, a lot of people are talking about Steve Wilkes and, again, the performance that he was able to put up against the Broncos today. And they're saying maybe he should be the guy.
So you guys think that Steve Wilkes did a good job today?
Because that's the interpretation
above and beyond job today
that I got from that comment there. Leave it in the comments below. Do you think he has solidified that role, or do you still need to see more out of him? Me personally, excuse me, I would like to see more out of him. I mean, today's game was a fantastic game, but everything, for the most part, kind of went right for us. The run game was effective. Sam Darnold didn't have to do too much today, and the defense played fantastic. Denver isn't really a top-tier team.
3-8.
Let's just be frank about it.
They were
Neither
3-8.
are we. Let's be frank about it. But I want to see more. I want to see how he and the team handles adversity when, say, they are down and they need to come back. Atlanta was a good example of how their team or his team was able to respond to adversity and roadblocks along the way. I need to see more. This is still a small sample size, but he is helping his resume by saying, hey, this is what we're doing. He's very clear in what he wants out of his team. The communication aspect is top tier in terms of being able to connect to the media and with his players. It's a work in progress, but he's headed in the right direction, I feel like.
He's 3-4 since taking over as interim head coach. Coach ruled on his tenure here, always got us to 5. So maybe that's the magic. I'm just joking, guys. That's the magic number. That's the magic number, getting the 5. But yes, we did beat a team that is not good. So you want to see him beat a team that's not good. And he talked about this as what the next step could be for him, for this team. And I'm suggesting what the next step may be in evaluation for his continued leadership of the team is, 1, can we win a game outside of our division? And which we're going to be up against
today.
Oh yes,
we did today.
Thank you. So we check mark for that, and the next thing will be a 2 in a row and an away game.
Yes.
So 2 in a row and an away game. Both of those are candidates for the trip to Seattle.
And it could be something that may happen. I mean, if they played like they did today, and we have said this every time that they have won this season, if they can execute, if they can stay consistent, they have the recipe. The recipe was out there today.
Yeah.
Control the line of scrimmage on every side of the ball. If they can do that, they can compete against any team that they choose that's in front of them. And who's to say that it can't happen? I mean, we're feeling pretty optimistic right now. Again, instantaneous success, like Rashad said in our pregame show, so we have to pump the brakes at least a little bit. But if we can have some sustained success, who's to say that he won't be our guy moving forward? So he's gaining some momentum in that front. And it's just good to see because he is a good dude, solid coach. We want to see more, though.
And what he has going for him and winning that game, potentially winning that game in Seattle, we've had, it seems like every Wednesday when I do my first injury report of the week, I'm like, man, it's now covering the screen. It's like 8, 9 guys, and some of that has been illness. That bug has been going around. So you have to think from two perspectives. One is giving us a chance for this bug that's been going on forever to just be gone,
right?
Be completely gone. And then the injuries, the guys with like concussions and other things that have been banged up, gives them a chance to get healthy, even healthier. And it gives him a chance to prepare 2 weeks for a team.
Yes.
2 weeks of studying and watching to prepare for the Seattle Seahawks, and gives a pretty good chance to win. So I think I just set the bar. Steve, I'm expecting you to win. You got a lot of time.
You have a lot of time.
And you need to win for your career.
Yes, absolutely. And the other part of it, too, the bye week cannot have come at a better time. I mean, it was late this year. Like, when you look at the schedule, what's the first thing that you look at? It's the bye week.
I look at the games that I want to travel to.
That's the first thing. But then the second thing is, hey, when's that bye week? Because you really wanted to be at the halfway point. For us, it's closer towards the latter edge of the season. But with a game like they had today, you had a couple guys banged up, a couple guys who weren't able to play today.
Right.
They had that opportunity to rest, to get away, to reset, and reinvigorate themselves for the latter stretch of the season. So you get that extra week of preparation, that extra week of rest. So it'll be interesting to see what Steve Wilkes does. How does he handle that extra time? That's a question for any head coach. How do they handle that extra time? Do they come and prepare and take that extra week of preparation? Do they just sit back and relax? Who knows? But this bye week has come at an imperative time for Carolina's season because, like I said, Chris, they still have a chance.
What are you doing for the bye week?
Chilling. I don't know if I have anything planned. I'm just chilling, watching football.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Let's run through these comments. We got about 10 minutes left. I want to make sure that we touch on all these comments And my feet are starting to get cold.
Are they?
Yes, sir. They're getting cold, but I'm gonna be a trooper here. All right, here we go. David Randolph says, "Good game." Shakid, hi guys. Who is a special guest coming tomorrow night at 7? So we have a media. We try to do a media and a player every Monday. Right now, our media person would be Vashti Hurt from the Carolina Blitz.
Okay.
It would be Vashti Hurt from the Carolina Blitz. The player, haven't secured the player yet, so just stay tuned for that, and I'll let you know. Thanks for noticing that we're starting to do that now, Shakid, so bring that up. Josh Rousey, y'all look almost as good as the game was today. All right, take a screenshot.
Okay, here we go.
I'm gonna stop because I got to get through the rest of these. Appreciate those comments very much because we do what we can to look professional while we're doing what we're doing out here. Riker Wheel said, "Let Russ cook." All right. I think we got a full name. You want to know what B. Evans' full name was?
Yeah.
All right, take a peek here.
Boy, you got 4 names.
Go ahead, read it out. I'll let you take it. Go ahead, take it.
All right, so we got Brandon Kamini Sebastian Evans. That flows, man. I like that name.
That's good.
I like it. Down with Charlotte Vibe. I feel like I'm part of the Panthers organization with all your awesome coverage and access. Look at you. I appreciate that. I know Chris does as well.
I do.
Lovely comment there.
Shakid Bartel, I like to see us beat the Seahawks on the road. If we do, Wilkes should get the job going forward. All right, so some applause there for that comment.
Positivity.
Hey, we got some positivity today. I think we covered most of the comments there. And we are still live, making sure that we didn't pop off.
Right.
Like button. Smash it, please. For his tie, suit, hair, glasses, the whole look.
Right.
The whole man. Just hit that like button. So we got about 7 more minutes here. I'm going to touch on a few things today.
Okay.
We did a fake punt.
We did.
Right?
We sure did.
What do you think about the good old conservative Steve Wilkes doing a fake punt?
The crowd was anxious when the offense was coming off of the field there because I think that was their third 3 and out or third drive where they really didn't do much offensively. So it was a 4th and 1, and that was the perfect time to call it. All you really had to do was just catch them off guard and, run it right up the middle, which they were able to do rather well.
Weren't we in our side of the field?
On our end of the field. It was like at the 40-yard line. So there was definitely some risk involved with that because they were definitely playing the field position game as well because, Johnny Hecker, he has that capability of flipping the field with his just amazing ability to punt the ball. But it was a gutsy call, and that gave them the momentum that they needed because it was the same drive where they were able to drive down that field that's behind us and score a touchdown, a receiving touchdown to DJ Moore. So I think it really gave them the energy moving forward after that point.
If this video gets 500 likes, the next home game, Andre Cassidy will run.
Oh, I will do it. Don't you worry.
He'll do a 40-yard sprint from the 0 to the 40.
We'll do it.
500 likes. 0 to 40, Andre Cassidy. In his suit.
I'm not afraid. Hey,
his suit.
We thought that we saw LaVisca Chenault earlier, and I was like, hey, LaVisca. It wasn't LaVisca Chenault, but they looked at us like we were weird or something.
You're probably wondering why you're just yelling names at him.
Right? I mean, you got to look like him. The dude had, something that he would wear.
Yeah.
But, hey, 500 likes, I will do it. And, hey, that's good content right there for you, right? Nevertheless.
All right, so as we round up here, I'll give you guys a chance. Andre, take a peek at the comments, make sure nothing comes on here. I got some miscellaneous things from around the league. We're trying to be that complete show. I think the other day we talked about different sports, and we said, man, our team is so bad we're actually talking about different sports. But unless another comment comes in, I'm going to give you a chance to think of something in case you guys want to talk to me and Andre before we get off of here.
Yeah.
Some things going on around the league. Did you know Odell Beckham Jr., who's been in the news for what? Been a free agent.
Yep.
About to pick his team. So you think that's what he was in the news for today, right? No.
Yeah, what happened?
He gets kicked off of a plane. So Odell's about to take a 5-hour flight, and they notice that he's looking sick or something.
Okay.
And kind of was a little unresponsive, so they called the medic and the police. They had to clear the plane, and Odell was like, no, I'm not getting off the plane. And then at some point they said, all right, police are here, we cleared everybody, you need to get off, and he got off the plane. So he made other arrangements to continue his flight.
Okay.
But yeah, Odell Beckham today was, caused a lot of people to be delayed on their post-Thanksgiving post-Thanksgiving trip.
Travels back home, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I did see a tweet, and it was a pretty ominous tweet. Something about like something happened to me that I never thought would have happened before, or something like that. And I had no context or no idea as to what that could have been in reference to.
Yeah.
So I guess that answered my question. So, Odell Beckham, come on, man, we can't be holding up people. Everybody's stressed out as he is, trying to get back home after a busy Thanksgiving weekend. So.
How could he be looking so out of it that you call? I don't know all the details. But again,
that's
just
all speculative.
Just giving you guys
right?
a moment to ask a question. I got one more here that I'm going to throw out in case you all have a comment that you want to throw at us before you get to eating some more leftovers. I'm going to try to do it from memory.
Okay.
It lost my brain for a second, but it's back.
All right.
Cleveland Browns took on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, won in overtime, and they had a skunk in the stadium.
The guy who was sitting next to me was talking about
I
that.
saw it. There was video that surfaced. There was a skunk that was running around the stadium in the Cleveland Browns today. So a little interesting news from around the league today. So I think that's it. You know, we did an hour-long show.
Yeah.
Glad that you guys stayed tuned with us here. Andre's getting really cold. Things are just coming out of all places. So we're going to go ahead and wrap up. I'm going to do the wrap-up for him because let him settle down.
Compose
yourself. So thank you, as always, for watching. Monday, again, we're going to have Vashti Hurt from the Carolina Blitz. Awesome lady.
Okay.
That reports on the Carolina Panthers join us. We may have a player. Haven't had a chance to talk to him yet, so I can't say it until I secure that. But we'll continue to have players on the show every week as we finish out the season. So for Andre Cassidy, I'm Chris Jenkins covering the Carolina Panthers for Charlotte Vibe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you again shortly.
Take care.